Hi, everyone. Welcome to the UCARE Annual Notice of Change presentation. My name is Gina LaBounty, and I'm the Medicare Manager here at Benefica. I am going to walk you through some of the highlights of what's changing for 2023 for the Medicare Advantage plans sponsored by UCARE, specifically in the southern area. Okay, so generally there has been a reduction of premiums and maximum out-of-pockets on some plans. However, we will see that in your area that is probably on the most popular plans, you're probably going to see an increase. They've also made an improvement to their travel benefit. So this is one of the most exciting things that they've done for 2023 because it's really one of the areas where they lagged behind other carriers. So they have made the travel benefit will now include major medical. In 2022, it only included clinic visits, not hospitalizations. So this is going to be a big change and a good value added for 2023. The rest of the network in state continues to be very stable. There have been no major disruptions, so you should be able to continue to see the providers that you want to see and have been seeing in 2022. They've done a little bit of enrichment in their supplemental benefits, so over-the-counter benefits specifically. And then for those of you who are not aware, they are offering the shingles Shingrix vaccine at a $0 copay if you get it at a pharmacy. So that is a big deal because those shots can be fairly expensive if they just run through your regular drug plan. But if you go to a pharmacy and you have a UCARE Medicare Advantage plan, you should be able to get that Shingrix vaccine at a $0 copay. And then this year in 2023, they've included the tetanus and the DPAP vaccines in that tier 1 level as well. So that is also a value add and a good enhancement for 2023. This grid shows you kind of the side by side of each of the different plans offered in your area and what is going to be changing. So first and foremost, we can take a look at the premiums. As you can see, the UCARE standard plan is seeing a slight reduction in its premium. However, the complete and the classic plans are both seeing some increases in their premiums. So that is that's what's happening with those. The rest of the major benefits that people typically use, like your specialist copays, your testing and diagnostics, inpatient hospital, all of that is remaining the same for 2023 as it was for 2022. So you shouldn't see any major disruptions in any of the services that you're used to using. We already kind of touched on the travel benefit changing. So they are calling this the UCARE Anywhere Network Multi-Plan National Network. And there's a slide that'll talk a little bit about what that is, but basically what that means is you can get all of your major medical covered out of the state of Minnesota at in-network expenses. So very good enhancement over what it has been. So we'll talk more detail on another slide here. And then you can see on the Prime plan, which is their $0 premium plan, they have increased the dental benefit by $100. So members who have this plan will now get $400 instead of $300. And then the over-the-counter benefit has changed for each of the plans, $75 twice a year, so $150 a year. If you're not familiar with this benefit, or if you haven't ever used it, please let us know so that we can help you figure out the best way to take advantage. This is money that you can use for things that you would buy on your own anyway, like Band-Aids or cough syrup or ibuprofen. So let us know how we can help you use this benefit so that you're taking advantage of everything that the plan has to offer. And then over here, they made a slight adjustment on the UCARE Classic plan for the eyewear allowance. So they've increased that slightly for 2023. So these are the kind of the major changes for 2023. There really is not a lot of dramatic things happening on the plan. It's very stable for 2023, which is good news. You're going to be able to continue to see your providers. Most of your copays and coinsurances are staying the same. Unfortunately, there is some price increasing happening on the complete and the classic plan. So there is that, but the rest of it is remaining very stable and what you've come to know as your UCARE plan. This slide goes over some changes that are happening on some of the prescription plans. So each plan has a prescription plan that's assigned to it. So on the Aware, Essentials, and Complete plan for tiers 4 and 5 prescriptions, you're going to see a slight increase in what you've paid in 2022 on those. The coinsurances have been increased by a few percentage points. So that is something that you're going to want to keep in mind, as you might pay a little bit more at the pharmacy if you're on tiers 4 or 5 medications. So the non-preferred drugs and the specialty drugs. Over here on the UCARE Classic, they've taken away the drug deductible. So that's an enhancement. You no longer have a deductible for any tiers of your medications. And then on the tier 4s, they've actually reduced the coinsurance slightly. But then on the tier 5, they did increase this coinsurance slightly. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag on the classic plan. Again, we're here to help you take a look at your prescriptions. We can help give you an idea of what impact that's going to have on your monthly budget. So please give us a call and we can help you figure that out and review and just make sure that that the impact isn't too great and we don't need to look at something else for you for 2023. Talked a little bit about the over-the-counter supplies, like the aspirin. So on UCARE, you get $75 every 6 months to use on over-the-counter benefits or over-the-counter items. So it'll load $75 on January 1st for you. And then again, on July 1st of 2023, another $75 will get loaded. This card down here on the lower right is the card that you will use for your over-the-counter benefit. That's where your allowance is going to be located, is on this card. You're going to be able to purchase them at Walmart's. You're also going to be able to order them on the phone or online. So whichever is most convenient for you. We absolutely can help you get hooked up with this, figure out how to use it and take advantage of it so that you're not missing out on the benefits that are included in your plan. Hearing services are going to continue to be offered through True Hearing. So you will get a discount on your hearing aids through if you decide to use the True Hearing vendor. If you need help finding a location or figuring out how to use this benefit, you can give us a call. You can also call the number on the back of your member card, and the member services at UCARE can also help you figure this out. But we're more than happy to help you navigate these supplemental benefits. The vision services are going to remain the same. So you're going to get a routine eye exam every year. Your medical eye issues for cataracts or glaucoma are going to continue to be covered on the medical side of the plan. And then you will have your eyewear allowance that you will be able to use if you need to replace your glasses or your lenses. That is going to be accessed through your UCARE Rewards MasterCard. And I'll show you a picture of that in an upcoming slide if you're not familiar with it. But that on January 1st, your eyewear allowance for the 2023 will get loaded onto that card. And then you should be able just to use that card at any location where you want to purchase your glasses. And as long as they accept MasterCard, then you should be able to just hand them your MasterCard and it'll take off that allowance. It'll use up the allowed amount that you have on that card. So they're trying to make it very easy for people to use this benefit. There's no claim form. You don't have to track a receipt. You just go in and use it like a normal gift card. I would view it probably kind of as a gift card. All right, the travel network. Again, this is an update for 2023. They will now cover all non-emergency and emergency medical coverage anywhere in the United States. So previously you would get your emergency coverage, and then if you needed to go to the doctor for a cold, you could make an appointment at a clinic and go to a clinic and get in-network coverage. But if you needed anything major done, you weren't going to have in-network coverage for that. So if you needed to be hospitalized for any reason out of the state, there wasn't going to be coverage for that. Starting in 2023, you can now see any doctor who accepts Medicare outside of the state of Minnesota. You just show your card, and then they will call UCARE to verify your coverage. So it should be a fairly easy process for you to use. So for people who have homes out of state or snowbird in the summer, this is going to be a big improvement over what has been in place for you in the past. The travel benefit for international travel is not going to change. It's the same as it has always been, which is you have coverage internationally for emergencies only. Once you're stabilized, the coverage ends and you're on your own. So there is no coverage outside of emergency on Medicare plans. So just keep that in mind, that if you are traveling internationally and you want to make sure you've got some coverage, give us a call. Excuse me, Renee or I can help you get a travel policy in place for your trip. And that will just offer you some peace of mind. UCARE is going to continue to offer the One Pass Fitness program. So that's their networked gym fitness memberships. So you are able to go to any of these gyms or community centers and not have to pay a fee to get in. You just have access to them. You can go to as many of them as you want in a given day or a given week. You have access to all of them. You can also get home fitness kits and online classes. So there's a lot of different features of this program that you can take advantage of to make sure that you're kind of staying healthy. And if you can't find a networked gym, UCARE also offers their Health Club Savings program. So if you can't find a network gym that's part of One Pass, but you can find a gym that participates in the Health Club Savings program, then you can get $30 a month back to help cover your membership fees into that gym. You can't do both of these. You do either one or the other, but they are trying to provide as much access to centers that will help you keep active as possible. I mentioned that there would be a slide showing that MasterCard, and so here it is. This is what your card is going to look like that will have your eyewear allowance on it. So this is what you'll use at the Costco or the Walmart or the Target or the private eye doctor, wherever it is you're getting your frames and your glasses. This is the card that you'll use for that. Okay, so in summary, UCARE's plans continue to be very competitive for 2023. They've improved their travel benefit, which is a huge deal. They've got low-cost vaccines that are typically not covered at a $0 copay by Medicare, and they've lowered premiums and maximum out-of-pockets on some plans. So if you should have received an annual notice of change in the mail from UCARE, if you didn't get one, or if you've lost track of it, we've provided links to each of those below so that you can click in and see the specific details for your plan. If you have any questions about anything, you can give us a call. Our team line is 651-259-9000. If you call that line, you can ask for either Renee or myself. You can also call us directly if you have our personal or our direct information, or you can also email our team mailbox at benefits@benefica.com. So that's what's new and shaken for 2023. If you have any questions, if you want to book some time with us, please give us a call. We'd love to talk to you this time of year. If you're all good and you're satisfied with the changes and you don't really feel the need to make any make any changes, that is just fine. And hopefully we will talk to you maybe in the new year. So please have a great rest of your fall and holiday season. And we will hopefully talk to you soon or in the upcoming year. Thanks.